Oh, we're back into the match.
Alright, I guess we are playing it. And that's the Photon Wave Mewtwo, I believe. Alright.
Looks like Sam's going first. He does lead that Jirachi tech he has.
And I actually like that tech in this matchup.
That's with the Mewtwo deck not playing any special recovery, losing those DCs could be a big factor.
Yeah, for sure. That is Travis's phone, everyone, if you didn't know that.
The one time, just one time.
Alright, so Sam's doing his usual check through in the deck, making sure everything's in there, what's prized, if he has Snorlax in the deck, because, you know, of course he has to have Snorlax in the deck. And we see it. I saw it at least. Travis is not looking. Alright. He has the Regirock in hand too.
And the
Float Stone. And pretty good start. Needs a Fairy Energy to kind of get going. He's not afraid of Michael actually getting an attack off. So I think we should be fine for next turn.
But he may even leave the Jirachi active just to
I would think
protect
so.
that Xerneas.
Excuse me. Alright. That hand does not look good. He does not have a Fairy Energy. He has two Silent Labs that he can't really play down because he wants to play Shaman, but he can't like reduce his hand size at all that much. I think, is that a Fury Belt? And you never want to put that on the Xerneas. Like, it literally does nothing. Is it worth the one card?
I think Sam kind of just realized that he was like, yeah, you know what, it's not gonna do anything at all.
So usually Silent Lab is really good against Mewtwo, and apparently right now it's not because he has the counter stadium. But like, since Michael doesn't play the Hoopa, it's a little bit worse against him, I guess.
And then Sam doesn't.
No?
Okay.
I think he's like, show him, oh yeah, I played Jolteon. Oh, I think Sam asked why didn't he play Lightning, and he showed him Jolteon.
Got it.
Because Sam likes to talk during the table.
Oh, is that Sam?
Yeah.
No, that. I think that's Sam.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. Alright. He gets that Trubbish. Ultra Ball discarded DCE.
And a
It's
mixture
Shaman.
vote.
Yeah. So he's discarding the DCE because he doesn't want to get Jardas next turn.
No.
He'd rather have Lightning in play. And he did discard a Lightning too, but
We got one of each back.
Yeah, okay. That's good stuff. His hand is not much of anything else though. Yeah, there's a pass. Sam pitches the Lugia, now has a place for the Fury Belt, but unfortunately cannot play the Shaman unless he bumps the stadium. He can't play that Shaman down, better not.
There we go. Okay, I was gonna say Xerneas break first.
No, can't play the Shaman, Sam. Someone stop it. Can't play Shaman. Oh, there we go. Come on, Sam, you know better than that.
And playing the Silent Lab out to knock out that Parallel City.
He does have a Versus Seeker for the end, though, so he's not out of the water. Or like, he's not dead yet, so he still has options. He's joking. Now I can play the Shaman. Alright. He needs to find energy. That's what he needs to do.
Yes, definitely. He needs to get going on those Geomancies. He has to get some energy on the board.
Because you need a lot of energy to knock out a Mega Mewtwo.
Yeah, luckily, not all of the energy has to be committed to your attacker, which is usually what Mewtwo thrives on. So, hopefully, if Sam can get a couple energies, obviously on that Regirock, probably one over on that Lugia ES, he'll be able to get going. And oh, it looks like he's with an energy. Oh, he has a DC, but we'll go ahead and just attach it to the Regirock.
This is not looking good for Sam right now. And I think he's retreating the Jirachi because he values that more importantly in this matchup.
Michael's going to go ahead and attach Spirit Link and Mega Evolve. Get a Trainer's Mail. Grab the in.
Alright, and he has the Footstone for the active. So he just needs the energy and he'll be able to start attacking this turn. Again, the Garbodor isn't that important in the matchup, so Trubbish is kind of useless on the bench. Both players will be drawing 6 cards. Let's see.
Masters, we're going to start you up in about 1 minute. So hang on for a second as we get the last one received. We'll get you guys started.
Alright, he did not have the energy, so he just retreats the Jolteon. This is a bunch of whiffs on both sides.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is good and bad for both players because neither one of them has really been able to make the advancement that they'd like. But at least now it's not one-sided also. We kind of talked about that earlier. Both players not really drawing everything. I mean, they're getting set up, but they're missing those energies, those crucial attacks, early game.
And I think right now this is benefiting Sam because he has the energy now.
Now Sam has the energy from that in. There's plenty of energy now, for sure.
Masters TCG players.
So they're starting the 3rd Silent Lab, but it's already done its job.
All TCG Masters
Shimon's already on the
players.
bench, not really much anything else.
TCG Masters.
Although it could be useful for benching more Pokemon, which I think Sam wants to do. So if he's forced to discard it, then...
Yeah, because Sam definitely needs to get another Xerneas on the bench for sure. Something we've seen time and time today is, excuse me, decks not being able to stream their main attackers. We've seen it with Mewtwo over and over. Sam did have that kind of hiccup earlier when streaming round 1, Grafton with his Greninjas in a later round. So that definitely seems to be the name of the game today, is who can stream their proper attackers the most consistently.
Yeah. So we do see the Geomancy, energy going on the Regirock and the Lugia EX.
And Michael's going right into it. He had the Garbodor to evolve that Trubbish. Again, it's not going to do too much. And then he did get the Mega Turbo for that Mega Mewtwo. He's just going to go ahead and Sycamore for fresh 7.
And he has the DCE, so he's actually going to be knocking out the Xerneas. The energy will go onto the Regirock, but Sam's going to be on the back foot. He's going to have the Jirachi to stall for a turn. But that's if he has energy too. He's been kind of
Sam definitely needs to get this Parallel City, off the board. He needs to be able to bench more Pokemon, because if he's going to try to stream, just one Xerneas after another, it's not going to build up properly for him.
Yeah. So we do see the Stardust coming from the Jirachi, buying Sam hopefully a turn. But no, we see the Lysander on the Lugia EX. And the 100 damage coming from the Mewtwo. What can Sam really do? The Sam is not anything.
He does have another break, but he's just going to go ahead and attach to the Lugia and attack.
I think that's for if he draws an Ultra Ball, he can still try to get Shaman since there's no tool on the guard.
Right.
Knowing that this Lugia is going to get knocked out. Alright, just like that, Michael is down to 3 prizes. And Sam just Stardust again for 10.
It's sadly really all.
And he didn't even get discarded special energy, so he just did 10 damage.
Yep. That's and like we were saying earlier, Sam does have the work in hand,
So he will be able to give a knockout.
but definitely he doesn't have any supporters. He needs to be able to get. He needs to draw. He needs more Xerneas on the bench. But it's not going to be quite enough to knock out that Mewtwo.
Oh, it's not? Okay. It's only 130. How is it 130?
I think this is the first time we've seen someone successfully get 2 of their Megas off.
Yeah. And win the game.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's over just yet, but it's over.
There we see the float stone.
Or not. Let's see. Oh, there's a reverse seeker in Michael's hand. It's definitely over. Alright, then he shows him, and that's game 1. Going over Michael. Mega Mewtwo finally wins the game.
Finally picks up a game, yeah. Now here's to hoping that Sam, come this, next game, can actually set up a couple Xerneas to match those Mega Mewtwo's that were showing up, just to kind of give it a little more back and forth. It seemed like once that Parallel C was dropped, he skipped dropping that Silent Lab early just because he knew he couldn't Shaman, but it ended up costing him in the long run not being able to stream the Xerneas he needed.
Exactly, yeah. He basically only had one Xerneas at the time. And that was kind of the problem we see with Mega Mewtwo decks before.
Yep, that is they couldn't get their attackers out. They couldn't keep them consistent. We saw just now though Michael was able to get both of his out, power up the one, start powering up the other one in the background, which is what you want. He did have a Jolteon on the bench just in case he felt like he needed to move that direction.
I think he just did it for free treat, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the Mewtwo had another flips on it too. So
Something like that. Basically, it was all Michael that game. Sam really couldn't do much.
Nope.
And that's unfortunate for you Pancake fans. But if you're a Waffle fan, then maybe you like Mega Mewtwo.
I mean, I guess. But he's only playing the one Snorlax, and so it's not the main attacker, but just because it's so out there in comparison to everything else we've seen today, that's the main thing everyone wants to talk about is that specific Snorlax.
So they are shuffling up for game 2 now. And Sam will be going first, most likely, right?
Sam changing it up, holding on an Espeon.
That's an EV, by the way.
Oh, well, you're gonna have to talk to Drew about it.
Am I missing an inside joke here?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm not cool enough for the inside jokes of popular players. But apparently that is now an Espeon instead of an Eevee. And here we go. Game 2. Xerneas Snorlax versus Mega Mewtwo Jolteon Guard.
Alright, so Sam already is off to a better start just having that Fairy Energy turn 1.
We do see
For his
Snorlax in
Xerneas.
his hand. Does he bench the
Oh my
Snorlax with
goodness.
XP share?
It seemed considerate.
I think it'd be pretty great. But no. Oh. He's juking us out here.
I know, that's alright, he played it. I think Sam just knows that Snorlax is too valuable as a ninja boy into
Yeah,
it.
so he's just gonna super out it back later like he did last time.
And the second Xerneas, again, already off to a better start. His hand looks pretty good for next turn.
Next turn,
He
yeah.
ran out of stuff to do. He already had his attachment all.
So here's where Hoopa would be really good, but I'm still just surprised Michael doesn't play one.
Yeah, that's he seems to. I mean, everything except for the Garbodor line is an EX, and yeah, I guess he just decided maybe switching out them one by one was going to be better for him.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems to be working out for him right
Yeah.
now. He's 5-1. Sitting
Oh,
at
that's Michael
very
does
last
bench that Shaman EX only to realize that Silent Lab is in play.
That is rough beats. He knows it. He's like, yeah, I messed up. It's fine. I mean, at least he had a Sycamore anyway. To where, like, it wasn't, I need to shame him to get out of this dead hand.
It sucks that it's on the bench.
Yeah, it sucks on the bench, but I still can play the Pokemon game.
And we do know that he plays the Parallel City, so who knows, maybe he fills up the bench with the Mewtwo's he needs, and then Parallel City's it away. And
Yeah, I think I'd rather Parallel City Sam, though. Most of the time. I don't see much of him. Does he have a supporter? Or even another Pokemon to Geomancy to? It was super odd. But I can't tell.
But did throw that Snorlax back in there, so we'll get to see him later, possibly.
The EV/Espeon is making an appearance on the player cam. And okay, he did have Sycamore, so the hand was pretty good. He drew the Snorlax again, which is the only Pokemon
Kind
he
of
drew
unfortunate. And again, look, he even knows. He's like, I
Oh,
do not
no,
want this in my
yeah.
hand right now.
And
Oh,
there
but
we
he
have
benches it.
Snorlax GX make another appearance. And he has to do it because he wants that second energy off the Geomancy to actually build up the damage to knock out the Mewtwo. And here we see Michael reading Snorlax, making sure he knows exactly what it does. Its attacks are pretty weird, okay? It's 3 energy for 80, but it's also asleep. 5 energy for 180, but you can only use this attack when it's asleep. And then 5 energy for 210, and you can only use it once per game.
Once per game. But Sam just he needed to get that other bench. He needed to utilize Geomancy to its fullest. I don't know that Michael's going to be too concerned about that Snorlax unless it starts getting too ramped up energies. It's a little bit more difficult.
It does
to
hit a Mega
stack.
Mewtwo.
It does one hit a Mega Mewtwo. But it's susceptible to Lysander, unlike that Regirock, which is why that Regirock deck is so nice to start with in the Ninja Boy from.
But we do see a new hand of 6 for both players. I'm not really sure if Michael got what he wanted. He does have the Ultra Ball, so he can get the Mega Mewtwo. And he does Trainer's Mail into another end for next turn, I would believe. Yes, okay. And then Ultra Ball.
Oh, he
discarded
Ultra Balls
that.
it in a
Yeah.
way.
Grabbing the Mega Mewtwo, unless he grabs Shaman and makes the misplay again. That'd be bad.
I know he's eyeballing it, but don't think he'd do it twice.
Yeah. When he definitely needs a Mega Mewtwo to attack this turn. Or he gets Jolteon? Jolteon kind of seems useless in this matchup with a Xerneas break play.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, because Xerneas break was one of the counters in Rainbow Road for Jolteon.
Yes.
Is
The
they're
fact that it's a
I'm
break
gonna
Pokemon, it's no
flash-
longer a
I'm gonna
base.
flash ray you, and all of a sudden you just surprise go, I'll evolve into the break and knock you out. Yep. Alright, so
Sam Ultra Balling here, going through his deck real quick.
probably for Lugia?
Lugia, he
Regirock,
may
maybe?
just skip the Regirock. Maybe it's priced.
And he sees Michael has one card in hand, and with discarding an N as, like, discarding an N for Ultra Ball, you know it's a supporter or versus seeker. Some way to get out of his 0 cards in hand, drawing more cards. So it
Sam
looks like-
struggling with the decision, do I go Jirachi or do I go Lugia?
I would think Lugia, just because it's something that can clean up a Mewtwo after a little bit.
The only other thought would be if in Sam's hand he had 1 energy and a Lysander, possibly pick up that Mega Mewtwo DCE right away, kind of protect himself next turn and then maybe move up and attack. But
Well, he would also need like the one escape up in his deck too to get the Xerneas into the active.
true.
Alright, and another fresh into 6 for both players. See a double color Zen of Parallel City from Michael. And a Lysander too, that could be big. One thing that actually kind of has some good synergy is since he attached the XP share to the active Xerneas break, if Michael chooses to Lysander around it and knock out something that has more energy, let's say the other Xerneas on bench or the Lugia, if it has a fairy energy on it, the XP share will actually just work instead of it being on the active. And we see another XP share on the fresh Xerneas. And energy going to Lugia and Xerneas too. So there is quite a few energy on the board. It is spread a little thin, but I think Sam knows what he's doing. There's the Lysander. And this Mewtwo is doing a lot of damage. 3, 7 times 3, 210 plus the 10, 220 damage. I think this Lugia is getting knocked out.
Yeah, and that's Michael did knock out.
He did forget the XP share. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
It still works as long as you don't draw your card, because you have a while to actually like declare your thing before turn ends.
Oh, I see the Michael played the Parallel City, and Sam decided to throw that Snorlax back in the discard. Maybe he'll throw it back in his deck, but he knows he needs his Xerneas right now.
Yeah. And he did unfortunately evolve to the break, one on the bench, and then choose to go for the active. So maybe a little mistake there, but maybe he'll draw another break.
Well, his active break luckily does have influence. Or, I'm sorry, his active
Yeah,
Xerneas.
but he would want to attack with this one just because the other two have
Yeah,
XP
that
shares.
is 80 XP shares.
So he wouldn't lose any damage this turn. And wow, Michael's
does get an
hands
Ultra
look
Ball.
amazing. Is 2 energy, a Mega Turbo, and a Versus Seeker.
Ooh, that is going to be a strong next turn.
It's basically just the only thing he needs, energy and a supporter.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually get another Mewtwo out, but this one's doing a lot of work with attacking.
And that other break must be prized because he did go ahead and just
Look
go
at this
for
4. So I think he just chose to get Lugia. What? Something happened.
I think Sam tossed the wrong card for his Ultra Ball.
Oh,
He left
no.
himself with no supporter for next turn.
Yep, that's... Sam's a little flustered. That's really unfortunate to see. I think Sam's almost resigned to losing this game now. Xerneas gets knocked out, and since he didn't evolve the break to the active, he doesn't get both energy. He actually draws the break for the turn. Kind of a slap in the face.
Just a tad for sure. That's never fun.
And he can't even knock out this Mewtwo with Lugia. He's actually 10 short.
You can kind of see in Sam's face, he's realizing that. He knows it was a mistake now because now doesn't have a supporter. He was unable to draw more cards.
If he draws an N right here, it can still happen. Yeah, don't forget that XP share.
Now the one thing is, Michael doesn't have another Mega.
Yeah, so if he can get an N Michael down to 2, and then hope Michael dead draws, he still has a chance in this game. That's not an N.
Oh man, you can really see the throwing away of the wrong card really taking its toll on
Really
Sam right
effective,
now.
yes.
kind of put him on a
There's
little
the
bit of a
teammates.
tilt. He's not. Oh
This is something we haven't even seen today yet.
no.
And most people seem to forget it's in the format. Teammates is such a great card.
He goes ahead and teammates for a Super Rod and an Ultra Ball. Super Rod's the
Double Mega Turbo to take the knockout too. And there you have it. Michael Catron beats Sam Chen 2-0. Polarizing
Mega
Pancake
Mewtwo.
did not win.
No.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of high hopes for Sam on that matchup.
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty good matchup for him, but this Mega Mewtwo was on fire.
It was Sam was coming back towards the end of that game, but I think once he threw away that support and realized he no longer had a supporter to draw, he was kind of on tilt. He knew it. I think if we were to go over and ask him right now, what cost you the game, that would be the play he
Yeah,
talks about.
it's something you usually never see with a player such as Sam. But everyone makes mistakes.
Yep.
He's never going to do that again now.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see how upset he got with himself just doing it now, and so, yeah, it'll definitely be something he double checks for next one.
Yeah, so we will be back in a minute or two with Michael for the winner's interview. We'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned. Welcome, guys. I'm here with round 7 winner, Michael Catron. You just beat Sam Chen in the Pulverizing Pancakes. So how do you feel? 7-0? Or no, 6-1, sorry.
Feel good. Going into the matchup, I was really nervous.
Really? Yeah. Is it a deck that you knew about before coming to this?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours
the
before?
event, I found
Yeah.
out.
Okay, yeah. But you seemed to steamroll it. And of course, Sam made a couple of errors
Yeah.
too. But your deck was on fire. And that last knockout, the double Mega Turbo, like, it was insane. What have your matchups been like today? And what was your one loss, by the way?
My one loss was to Volcanion,
Okay.
where I just kind of didn't draw what I needed at the right times. And other than that, just kind of pretty standard stuff.
Okay. You're actually the first Mega Mewtwo to win on stream today. Every other time we streamed it, they only get like one Mega Mewtwo out, and they can't do anything else, and they end up losing. But your deck was just super consistent and plowed through. Is there a reason you didn't include Hoopa EX in the deck?
We actually dropped it yesterday.
Yesterday, okay.
Because we weren't finding any, like, most situations we weren't using it. And then the card we put in for it was actually the Teammates.
Yeah, Teammates is insane. I was talking about before, most people seem to forget it's even legal. But in this format where you're trading knockouts almost every turn, it's crucial. And like, you got what? The Ultra Ball and the Super Rod, right? It's so good. Is that probably like your favorite card you had in the deck today, or?
Pokemon.
The Pokemon Center Lady? Okay, yeah. That's also another card that's just amazing in this format. Especially since you're 2-hitting basically everything most of the time. The Center Lady makes you 3-hit sometimes. And it's really good. So now, I know 7 wins is guaranteed, but are you gonna try to ID, or are you gonna try to play it out? You're gonna try to play it out and just hope you don't hit that X1 like Guardy or something like that. How's the Jolteon been, by the way?
The Jolteon has been really good. It won me 2 matches. One against Evital and one against Volcano.
Okay. Yeah. It seems really sweet and kind of because we've seen a few techs in Mewtwo where they'll play like the Metal 4 Gardevoir like Magearna, or they'll play like just the Fairy Energy and Fairy Drops, but you chose to go the Jolteon route, and it just makes your Yveltal matchup even better. But yeah, I'm excited to see you win that one more game so you're guaranteed in, and then we could stream you tomorrow and just hope you get some crazy plays like that too. Congrats, and we'll see you again.